Okay guys, CynicUK here today. We're going to be going through some more Predecessor gameplay. This time I'm going to talk a little bit more, be a little bit more informational, show a little bit more. We're playing Narbash. Yeah, we're playing support. We have Felix, Bridick, Wire and Hitplay on our team. This should be fun. And we are against JPie, Katy Perry, I don't know who that is, Tino, Predecessor and Top. So, let's pick our Crest. So, we want to go Guardian Crest. We'll talk about that in a second. We want to go Health Potion. We can go Ward if we want to. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Mana Potion into Stealth. And let's go. So, let's talk about the support Crest. So, grants a charge every 30 seconds up to 3 charges. Your next basic attack or damaging ability against an enemy hero, minion, or a structure will restore 20 health and grant you 30 gold. Does not occur if no ally hero is in 3,000 units after granting 300 gold. After granting 300 gold, it evolves into a Warden Crest. Receiving diminishment gold excessive, so it stops you giving content. So we'll walk through. So we have a jungle buff, a jungle camp, blue buff to be exact, and yeah. So there is no way to necessarily accelerate the support stacking, the support crest stacking, other than basically being with an ally and getting your stacks off cooldown, so you can hit minions, towers, anything like that. So I'm just going to place down a ward. So the way the wards work is they cost 25 gold, and you can only hold 1 ward at a time, and you can only place 1 ward down at a time. But there are certain situations, certain circumstances where you can place more than sorry, excuse me, 1 ward at a time, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. It's something to do with the support crest, as well as an item which you can buy as support, which gives you basically a sweeper slash ward both in one. And yeah, it's kind of good. We'll talk about it as we get to it. So right now, all we're doing in lane is we're just in this situation. We should basically roll this lane. Like me and Felix should walk up and abuse Drongo's E. Which is basically red rounds, which basically makes him do increased damage to a target depending on how many bullets he hits, and also his passive. But we're just gonna chill. We don't need to necessarily do anything in this lane. We can wait for a jungler. Their jungler's on red side. We have a ward, but yeah, we don't necessarily want to do anything right now. So the way Narbash works is, I'll show his abilities right now. So his passive is basically, I'll show his abilities what I'm talking about. So his passive is basically like a rhythm stacking. So autos, landing spells, casting spells, grants me rhythm stacks. And basically what rhythm stacks do is once you hit a certain amount of rhythm stacks, for example, it goes up to 16, they empower your abilities, or they do something. If you read the tooltip, you'll see. But we'll try and force flash. I got the kill by accident, but it's okay. I don't think he knows he has flash though. I think I'm gonna let Clary get it. I should save my support. I failed you, Felix. I'm sorry. Wait, where did Wire go? I'm being skamazed by my own jungler. No, I hit it. So yeah. So as you can see, we'll go for it in a second. So I'm just gonna build a crystal tier. We'll talk about that in a second as well. So let's go through the rhythm stacking. Sorry. So March, basically, so grant Narbash and nearby allies 20% movement speed boost that decay over 2 seconds. 0.2 per stack rhythm. So if you have 16, 0.2 times 16. And Narbash gains 4 stacks of rhythm on activation. So what you could do to necessarily increase your rhythm stacks is you could use your Q to initiate whilst your E is active, because your E also gives you rhythm stacks. And if you land the thunk, if you read the Thunk ability, so Thunk, Narbash shows a thunk, drumstick, magical damage and stuns enemies. The Thunk cooldown is reduced by 2% per rhythm stack. So if I activate my E, walk forward, and just Thunk, I can basically get a cooldown. It's not a huge amount, but min-maxing, obviously that costs me a lot of mana as well. So you don't want to always do that all the time. But I have a mana potion. I don't have any wards, but we have a ward on the river, so we should be fine. So, what does my item that I just bought give me? We'll read it in a second. I just want to help her. So you can see when your Guardian Crest has a stack on the left-hand side of the screen, it will say Guardian Crest stacks, and then it will count down. So I can get a stack right now if I wanted to. So I landed an ability and I get a stack. I keep saying we'll look at the item. 1 second. I just don't want my ADC die again. So, Jesus, I keep pressing on buttons. So the way this works is basically Divine Wraith. 10 magical power, 2 mana regen. Your heals and shields are 10% more effective. There are a lot of items that kind of like do that, and they all stack as long as they're like different items. Okay. Basically, support Crest is the one that takes the longest to stack because it's basically time-based. And there's nothing that I can necessarily do to accelerate it, unlike the ADC. Crest. We're being camped. It's okay. Sorry, I had to cough. So we'll talk about the Crest in a second. So the Crest I'm going to be going for is we're going to be going for sacrifice. I'll read that properly in a second when I actually see the name. So, Sanctification. What? God, he scared me. So basically what it does is grants nearby ally heroes 200 plus 10% of caster's maximum HP shield for 5 seconds. Whilst the shield holds, heroes gain 50% tenacity, 120 second cooldown. Increase the passive gold income by 50% and receiving diminishing returns on excessive minion kills. And increases the ward cap from 1 to 2. So that means I can buy 2 wards. And then when we get to the support item, which we will be going into, which will be this isn't on the recommended, but Soulstone. So basically what it does is place an oracle ward that lasts 4 minutes. Store up 3 oracle wards that are invisible and reveal invisible targets within their vision. Refill at base, so basically it's like refillable wards that you go back to base and get, and you can place down 2 of those at once. You can't place down 3, place down 2. The reason why I did that is because the vision, when lots of people have lots of wards and stuff, like, because before it used to be 2 wards per person, and then the support got 3, it was kind of wild. So I kind of understand the old change road. Nice. I'll pop a mana pot. I don't necessarily need it, but I'm going to use my E real quick. Riddick is trying to fly over the wall. Oh shit. This game sucks, unfortunate. So we'll talk about my item that I want to go into. Let's go take this gold buff. So as I said before, the gold buff spawns at level 3 minutes in, and it's worth 140 gold. And then basically every minute after it spawns, it's worth 10 more gold, up to a cap at 300. I am pretty certain it's 300. So wait, let's go. Oh, he wants to do jungle camp as well. We'll talk about our item when we get closer to building it. We probably should be close to building it. So I normally build support crest, and then I build one item, and then I go straight into my warding item. The reason why you don't want to instantly go into your warding item is because you can't really make full use of it until you have fully stacked your support crest to stage 3. So, and in my opinion, it's not necessarily worth rushing. Especially for the fact that you don't get much like stats or abilities and stuff like that with it. Tried to yoink that kill. Right, let's go down to Fangtooth and let's try and kill this. So I'll have all the Fangtooth buffs up on screen now. As well as what happens when you hit like 4, 5, 6, some, etc. Because I honestly don't know them off the top of my head. Like I know one gives bonus damage to towers, I know one gives you more. Oh, for example, here look, jungle and river buffs last 50% longer. That's pretty. It's pretty insane, especially for like mid laners and stuff. So what we're building into. So we're building crystal tier, so it gives me 20 magical power, 20 magical armor, 5 mana regeneration, and 10 ability haste. And healing or shielding allies grants you and them 30 magical power and 20 ability haste for 5 seconds. Your heals and shields are now 15% more effective. And if you notice there, it's not a unique passive. So basically what that means is any other item that has that description of a passive, you can stack it. So you can get 15, 20, 30, etc. So now I want to... also, I should have bought a sweeper and also a ward, but I'm a bad support. So that's what we do out here. So yeah, make sure... also, if you want to sweep wards, make sure you buy a sentry. So it reveals all wards in an 800 unit radius for 15 seconds. So it reveals it for you and allies. So you can technically sweep, and both you and your teammates can kill the wards, etc, etc. It sweeps all wards. You don't need to use it to sweep for Kallari, because Kallari has like a proximity stealth, sorry, like a camouflage, where if you get closer to her, and then you reveal her her like shadow almost, or ghost. So yeah, not much really to talk about right now. Kind of talked about most of the things that we could. I'll go over like some like key items that you can build depending on the situation. I'm just gonna, if he dashes, I just want to apply this slow. I don't want him to catch up, even though we probably would have been fine. Ah, my jungler, my ADC does not want to fight this. It's fine. Just generate some stacks. Oh god, I missed. No. And I'm out. Okay, I do have my crest, so I probably should have backed instead of trying to take that fight. I don't know necessarily what I'm doing at this point, to be honest. I think I'm focusing too much on trying to actually communicate the game rather than playing it. Come on, get in one, go! So as you can see, around that purple ring is a vision radius, and if she casts spells, obviously her stealth is dropped. So let's back and grab our crest, and grab some wards, and grab part of our item. So the item we're going into now is Soul Stone. So this part gives you 5 magical power and ability haste. Stealth wards last 30 seconds longer, or 200 health and ability haste. So I'm just going to go with this, and I'm going to get Sanctify. Put this in one slot, drag these both out the side. So the first 3 slots are actives, and the others are passive slots. So you can't run full actives. You can run full passives if you want, but you can't run full actives. And I'm that is mostly because of the fact that this game will also be on console. So they're trying to get the game ready for that situation, so that there's not an alienation between the two. Because then some builds will work on PC and some builds won't work on PC, you know? Oops. I took his fucking jungle camp. So everyone's on the right lane. I probably should. Also, I didn't buy any wards like I said I should have done. So we could get mid right now because we have the mini orb prime. So basically what that does is it gives you the 10% bonus damage. And then it buffs the minions, makes them tankier. So we can siege towers like this pretty easily. Oh, he displaced me. So any displacements basically cancel the channeling ability. It's the same with Gideon if he's on the floor. Oh shit, I missed. I weaved. But oh, my ADC is kind of fighting two people over here by himself. I'm gonna go help him. I have my fortify still if we need it. If Tyno chases him, which I'm assuming he will because the Mario is ulting. Severog is behind me. There's going to be quite a few people here. I went to stop his back, that's fine. So they have a Severog, Howie. So displacement's there, but not really. I mean, if you're playing against a Howie, honestly, if like for example if you're a Steel or something along those lines and you're playing against a lot of displacement, you might want to buy like the displacement heal armor. It's pretty good. But I'll talk about that in a... Oh no. I took his gold buff, I'm so sad. So that gave me 260 gold right there. I used my speed boost already. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry for the coughing, guys. I'm really trying not to cough, but it's better out than in. So Fangtooth's up. We can try and get the second one. Honestly, I've forgotten the order of what... I think it's been changed before. It used to be different. It used to... The jungle thing used to be on the second Fangtooth, not the first. But let's see what this one is. Again, I don't remember it off heart. There's a lot of things in this game that are new. So, try it. Figure it out. So, that one, unfortunately didn't display. But again, this is still in an early testing. So, well, not early testing, but you know what I mean. Stress test situation, so... I keep stealing all of Felix's stuff. I feel bad. Like, I definitely didn't need to ult there, to be honest. I felt like the reason why I slowed is because if, say, for example, if he flashed a little bit, he might have been closer, sort of-ish. Stop. Okay, Howie ult. So, as you can see, Howie ult. Oh, he is so dead.
Enemy tower under siege.
I probably could have walked up and fortified and maybe... let him take another rocket, but I'm gonna use fortify and I'm gonna try and flash over this wall.
Enemy tower under attack.
Bye. Feng Mao can follow me. Oh, nice sidestep. I kinda weaved. See if I can bait him in. Surprise! I don't have speed boost. Otherwise he's a dead man. I have speed boost in a second. Ooh, Wangle is too strong. I'm gonna land the thunk and run away. For the BM. But... okay. That's back. Let's buy our warding item. I'm not gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave that for my jungler. Might need mana. Nope. Someone else can take that. So that one gives you ability power and also mana regen. Right. So let's go to this is like I'll show you what it does. So basically, I'll place it down right now. So basically, it looks different to the other wards, and it basically any ward that's in this area that just created, it will be detected. And if they place down a ward inside of it, I can see their ward, but they won't be able to see it unless they place down the same type of ward. Because the other ward, these wards here are place an invisible ward at a target location that reveals nearby visible and camouflagic enemy targets. So it doesn't reveal those types of wards. So if you're playing support, I would highly recommend you grabbing the Soul Stone. But again, I think it's more of a mid to high level type of item, because in low elo, it doesn't necessarily matter if you buy wards, because no one necessarily always looks at the map. So I can dunk him out of the sky. Oh, he actually used that. Run, Riddick, run! Okay, I'm just going to keep my heals, and I've got a decent amount of mana. I've still got my shield in case anyone gets low. I should have dunked the Sparrow. I think we would have killed him there. So I think we can dive with this tower wave, with this wave. Oh! No! So yeah, let's go place down some wards, because I've bought this and I haven't even placed them down. So I can place down 2 because I have my support crest. Right, let's go back. So next item I'm going to buy is, so I'm playing with I think Book of Dreams. Your next spell, heal or shield will additional heal. Your heals and shields are 15% more effective. I don't think that you I think this is more of a, I don't really know actually. I think it could be good because it does stack with Leaf Song. The fact that any heals, your heals and shields are 15% more effective, so it works with these abilities. So I'm going to go and build a fun item. So this is something that you can, where is it? Where are these boots? Where are they? I'm looking for. I'm sorry, this is taking me so long. I can't remember where they are. Okay, they're a support crest, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they are a support crest. Okay, these Rift Walkers are actually so much fun. So let's just go with the recommended. Okay, let's go with this, and I'll explain what this is. So, basically, whenever you cast your ultimate ability, gain a spell shield for 6 seconds. This is huge. This is huge for the fact that it's so easy to cancel Narbash's ultimate. So you saw there, I got displaced, cancelled the ultimate. I can get displaced by Howie, I can get displaced by Severog. Hello. I don't kill him because I don't have any damage, but yeah, I just wanted to let him know I'm here. So Felix is behind. Oh, they're on the Fangtooth. I didn't even notice that they were on it. I didn't even hear that. My bad. So I'm gonna go place some wards inside of because my other ward expired, because I placed down another ward. So you can only have 2. They last 4 minutes. Let's place down another one in the crit, and then we can go back to mid with our ADC. So yeah, basically there's a lot of things that can stop Narbash's ultimate. So I think that item is crucial in just getting rid of that one chance that you can get hit by it. Obviously, the cooldown is only 45 seconds, and you gain tenacity with it as well. So it doesn't just only stop the ultimate, and plus it gives you like some okay-ish stats for the cost of it, anyways. As it is a pretty cheap item to buy. So as you can see, I blocked that hamstring ability, which applies a slow. So it wouldn't have stopped my ultimate, but it would have slowed me, which it did not. So we got that. I still have my shield if necessary. Damn, why I just chunked that guy. Yoink. I kind of yoinked that, especially the fact that Felix used his ult to get up there and I just fucking yeeted. Wait, I'll see if I can make this up here. I don't think you can. No. Fuck. Well, it was worth a try. I don't have much mana here, so I need to be kind of careful about... I can just tank this and just let the Kalari lifesteal, if he has any. So basically the Prime gives you a buff to all of your allies. So basically the mini Prime buff is spread across the whole of your team. And also it gives you mana regen, health regen. I still had my shield there, so I'm still fine. I'm going to stay with my team because I'm getting the regen. I should be fine. As you can see, it starts kicking in now. 98 health per second and 29 mana. Obviously, I'm using my heal, and obviously the bonuses I'm getting from my heals as well. Is the tower still here? Oh, it is still here. Okay, I don't have any mana, so I need to turn off that for a second. I'm just gonna... Oh, I got displaced at the last second there. It's very unfortunate. Oh, he knocked him away. Wire is in there. CynicUK wants to come in. Shouldn't lay. We should just back up now. Reset real quick. Next to your R&B. So what should we go next? So Frost Guard slows nearby enemies by 10% and reduces their attack speed by 10%. When you hit by a basic attack, produces a source of attack speed. So we're not necessarily needing that issue, to be honest. Galaxy Greaves are a fun thing, but they need to be, in my opinion, need to be combined with the other Crest. And increase all healing received by 30%. Honestly, I think I'm just going to go Marshall. Yourself and nearby allies gain 10 attack speed and deal 20 magic damage on hit. So the reason why I'm going that is because I have on my team, I have a Drongo, I have a Howie, I have Kalari. They all benefit from this. Like the attack speed, Howie attack speed is very underrated. Especially when you get some like wacky on-hit builds with AP. It gets kind of wild. The amount of damage that he can output, especially if he has low CDR. So like CDR and Howie, attack speed, and AP can work pretty well. I would say the attack speed is kind of like not as insane as like going like full damage around your spells and just weaving in autos whenever you can. Okay, so they have a ward. They don't have a ward there. It's fine. I thought he destroyed my ward or attacked my ward. So yeah. So yeah, Marshall is really good. It gives you 40 power and 3 mana regeneration and ability haste. Ability haste and just defensive stats in general are good for Narbash. Like your key to success, and also just buffing your teammates as much as possible. They see me here. I thought I had flash. I don't have it, but I'm a doofus, so I can't see the CD apparently. Gonna apply the shield to my team just in case. No stun for you. Yeah, we can just run it down mid, I think, and end. We still have prime buff, and we have a big minion wave there. I think this is kind of GG right now. This is a very one-sided game, but that's kind of what happens when you kind of have players that haven't like played the game, and then you have people that have played the game. It's kind of unfortunately unbalanced a little bit, but you get to see the game from a dominant perspective and how quickly you can take the game. But yeah, that's Narbash. I hope that this video helps you somewhat in terms of like understanding his kit, so you can start off the game on the right foot, and hopefully the talking about the items helps in making your item decisions in terms of what to build next. There are a lot of niche things that you can buy depending on the situation, depending on what characters you're against, and depending on the game state. But I'll talk about those in like actual in-depth guides, not just showcases. So mostly around stress tests. GG's. And because we died, we can buy a Marshall's now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace, my dudes.
Destroyed.